We on? I think we're on. We are on. We are live. So I hope you guys didn't think that for any reason you were going to escape this. Friday was super busy. I actually jumped on Sledges Live. And as always, I got to give a shout out and a big salute to the homie Sledge. Appreciate him always being very welcoming and having me on his platform. He had the extra wallet giveaway yesterday. Shout out to Woodsy. You guys feel free to catch the replay on that. He had some good stuff to talk about as far as like balance transfer cards and more responsible credit and money handling. So he also had some heavy hitters on there. Darius Jamal, Key came through, Call Me Lonnie, John was in the building. It was a good time. So in addition to all of that and everything that I had to do yesterday, I didn't get to do the creator spotlight. So I decided to get it done today with no warning, as always, the same way I always do. What's up, Keith? Hey, I can hear you. Okay. Or you can hear me or you can't hear me. Keith, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to see if can anyone hear me? We get a thumbs up. Make sure Tariq is in the building. Let me get a thumbs up, loud and clear. All right, excellent. So without further ado, because this is going to be a quick one, I had to do some running, get my kids some clothes for school. Without further ado, today's credit card creator spotlight goes out to none other than the man in black, the Motor City Money Man. If you know who I'm talking about, then you probably already guessed who it is, and that is RJ from RJ's Financial. Now, normally I do these creator spotlights on much smaller channels, but look, I just got to give credit where credit is due. RJ has a hell of a channel. He actually has two channels. He has RJ Financial and Run on the Bank. Now, this guy knows his stuff, period, point blank, bar none. You and the funny thing is he actually has a fairly large following. But for the following that he has, I don't think you hear his name as much as you probably should, because he has done every video. He has the news and credit that what does he say? The news that you can use in credit, that is in credit and money. Does that on Sundays. He just did the bracket series for March Madness for credit cards, both cashback and travel cards. He did that with Matt Wilcher this year. He did it last year. He is bringing, like, it's sort of like a news flow with everything that he knows about credit cards. He also includes regional what are the names of those things? Credit unions and their credit accounts as well. If you are not subscribed to or aptly consume RJ Financial's content, you are missing things. Oh, look who we got in the building. Let me stop saying what I'm saying. And let me give a huge shout out to the big homie Abdullahi World. He kind of fell off a little bit, man. You've been out of the mix. I appreciate you coming through to this live. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come through here and spend with me. I'm just trying to make sure my phone doesn't overheat. All the news you can use in the world of credit and finance. See, Abdullahi comes through helping an old player out, because my memory ain't the best. But yeah, back to RJ. His channel has been great. I had the pleasure of meeting RJ in Vegas. We sat down, we were able to chop it up. When I tell you this, like, what you see on screen is literally what translates in real life. So if you haven't had a chance to check his videos out, his channel out, remember, he has two. He has the RJ Financial and Run on the Bank. He also is a part of, I believe it's his site, or he may be a huge part of it because he always mentions it, and that's profitablecontent.com. So by all means, please check that out. But yeah, this spotlight is for RJ. Definitely deserves it. Like I said, I normally do smaller channels, but his superpower, and pretty much every channel that I have, they have some superpower or another that really draws me to them and makes me want to spotlight them. And one thing that I realized that RJ has that a lot of people, even myself, tend to lack, especially in this game, is subtlety. He's just, when you watch his content, you can tell that this is a guy, he can move in different circles. Definitely just a smooth operator, real subtle, very just cool running temperature. So you definitely want to be, you know, you don't want to be where he's at. You want to be doing what he's doing. Super smart individual, extremely smart individual. And he has a cashback game on lock, watch enthusiast. And to be honest with you, story time. When I first got into the card game, right? Now, I've been using credit for years and years and years and years. So what it was I and I'm like, you know what, let me get one of these high dollar cards and let me experiment and try to be grown up for once in my life and get a card with an annual fee. So I started with none other than the Amex Delta Platinum Sky Miles blah 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 yakety yakety schmackety card, right? So I get that card and now it's like I'm stuck with this card. I got it. I think it came in a box, and this was before the platinums and all my other Amexes. And here's the worst part. I upgraded with no upgrade offer, so totally just left all that money on the table like an idiot. But in any case, I get this card and I know I got to travel for work. I always take Delta. And yeah, I had no idea what the hell I was going to do with this card. And I started researching on YouTube University, and guess whose channel popped up first? Guess who was the first person's review that I saw for my first annual fee card? And that was RJ Financial. He reviewed the card, told me exactly what to do with it, told me some of the benefits that I had with it, and I will always be happy with that. And then also, you got to remember, once a month, he always answers questions. He puts up the Riddler. You put your questions in his community post, and this guy will actually stay on and answer every single question. He doesn't break it up into two parts to try to garner more views. Just real above board stand up guy. A hell of a creator with a hell of a lot of integrity, and we need a lot more people like him. So, for that, RJ, I appreciate you, and I just want to let anybody know who's joining that the focus of this credit card creator spotlight is RJ from RJ Financial. So, let's go to the comments. Okay, I appreciate Keith S. He put both of RJ's channels in the chat. Much appreciated. ET Points Home says RJ is teaching me a lot with run on the bank bonuses. Mojo, hey sir, happy Saturday. Mojo, I haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope everything is well. Hope everything is well with everybody who has joined the chat. I appreciate you. Now, like I said, this is not going to be a long one. I just really wanted to outline RJ as a creator and really give him credit for how he inspired me to get started with the real hardcore credit card game, just based off some of the information that he offered. So if you guys, oh, Keith S., my man, to everybody, may the force be with you. Well, actually, it's May the 4th. It is Star Wars Day. This commemorates the day of the release of Star Wars in the theaters. I believe it's like 1978 or 76 or something to that effect. I don't remember the year, but May the 4th is Star Wars Day. I actually watched Tales of the Empire on Disney Plus, but that's another video for another day. I'm a huge Star Wars fanatic, and Keith S. remember that. Much appreciated. That's why you're a moderator. Matt Clausen says RJ is awesome. Mojo says RJ is the best for card and bank info for sure. I am very much so tempted to agree with that. I tell you what, when you're hanging out with them, and anybody who's at the creator meetup in Vegas who had the chance to enjoy his company, I'm sure they would agree. I believe Chad Pennycuff and RJ were able to have some conversation. But yeah, man, we had some drinks together. We had some lunch. Great guy, and yeah, I stand on that business. He is very much so deserving of a creator spotlight. Took me a little while to get to him because there were smaller channels that I really wanted to bring to the forefront. But yeah, you definitely want to check out RJ. It's worth every second of it. That's the guy. Cesar Joel in the house. Hola, hermano. Oh, by the way, um, just to let you know how this community is set up, or at least how I'd like to see this community set up. Another inspiration for me to choose this specific time to go live is because I just received a phone call from one of the people I respect the most in this game. And it's even outside of credit cards and finance, but just as a person. I just got off the phone with Joe Barreto. Shout out to Joe, the credit card connection. He was also a subject of a creator spotlight. Joe, from the minute that he's been out, has really just approached this in one of the most noble and respectable fashions. He's very much transparent with the fact that, hey, we don't know it all. Let's come together as a community and let's make something happen. So I was on the phone with him, and we were talking about details of New Orleans. And I told him, I said, hey, I said, I am known to go live at any given moment. I said, so if I push a phone in your face and I hand you a microphone, understand right now, whatever you say, we'll be getting out there. And he said he is down for it 1000%. And I gotta love that, man. So shout out to Joe. Appreciate you taking time to call me. Trying to work on a project that I want him to be a part of, but I have a ton of ideas that are swimming in my head. But I just wanted to let you guys know that outside of these videos, outside of live feeds, outside of a lot of this stuff, you can really use this platform to make some real connections. And I have to say, I'm happy to have done so. Oh, it looks like everybody's rolling in. Jacobs Points and Miles is in the building. Sister Joelle says, RJ is great. Keith S says, I like Joe. He cut up the gold card. Absolutely. John R is in the house. What does Matt Clausen says? I always mention RJ when anyone asks me about bank-related stuff. As well, yes, he is very much RJ of RJ Financial has very much so. He's distinguished himself as as sort of a de facto authority. You know what I mean? And when someone is so consistent in their delivery of information, you can almost set your watch to them. Definitely. I mean, normally this is the part where I would say, hey, if you go by and you sub to RJ's channel, please let him know that I sent you. But I am fairly certain that everybody that is on this feed now is already subbed to him, and it's totally understandable. So, either way, just tell him I said what's up, and I'll definitely jump on his channel. But yeah, he needs to be the spotlight. He deserves the spotlight. Great guy. But like I said it earlier that this was going to be a short one. So what I will do, normally I take questions, but I'm actually about to pull up and I'm going to go back on dad duty. So I got to squeeze these lives in between dad duty. So this is also the part where I say what I always say, and that is you could have chose to be anywhere else, but you decided to be here. I don't count milestones because every single one of you that has taken the time out to give me a little bit of your attention is a milestone in my book. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love, because without you, there is no me. So with that, please take care. If you have wonderful weather like I have here in sunny South Florida, please go out and enjoy it. Remember to enjoy your family, because to hell with this YouTube shit. Health is wealth. Your family is wealth. Much love, and I appreciate you for stopping through. Take it easy.